hauling luggage from Linwood for some robot butler. What was his name? Wellington? Wallingham?
Not now, Private. Where's Connors? He's not at his post.
Oh, sorry, sir. The lieutenant said he found some tracks. Wanted to check them out. Private Martin.
Private? What do you say? What the hell was that?
Oh my. Connor! Where's the rest of him?
Elvis! Sergeant on me, Private
tin cans. You know, it tastes better than that old cram or brahmin that's been sitting out in the sun for days. There are people out there who are hungry. You just gotta sell up the product a bit more.
I'm sorry, but 10 cans is all I can commit to right now. It was selling like crazy for a while there, but there's been talk about people getting sick.
People get sick all the time. That has nothing to do with my product. Besides, I mean, I'm only selling the meat that people bring me. If there's something wrong with it, it's your own damn fault.
Oh, so now it's my fault? Forget it, the deal's off. You want to sell your product to the people out there? Then you can get out there and do it your damn self.
What? Hey, come on. Fine, leave. You'll be back. Bitch. Oh, sorry you had to see that. Just some trade negotiations. Ah, you're back. We...
Hi.
If it isn't my favorite customer, are you interested in buying some of Longneck Lakowski's delicious canned meat?
Sure.
Have a look. But if you bite it, you bought it.
Hello.
Hello, Dan.
Yeah.
This is Julie for calling. I think, am I in your yard?
I don't know.
Do you live on a hill?
Yeah.
And there's no, okay. And it's a stuck, yeah, you said a stucco house. I must be at the right place.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna come in then.
All
Do you
right.
have any dogs? Do you have any dogs?
No.
Okay, okay. Okay, I'll be in there in a little bit.
Yep.
You're welcome to have a look. But stay out of the old basement. It isn't safe down there.
That's it.
Julie?
Hi, yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Come on, have a seat.
Um, so, what all do you need done?
Just about everything.
Okay, do you walk by yourself?
Some.
Huh?
Some.
Okay,
Not a lot.
okay.
Um,
Um,
I can't, if I fall down, I can't get myself up. I can't bend over. And I can't stay on my feet very long.
okay.
So how long have you been doing this?
How long have I done this?
Yeah.
Oh, I've done this for over 20 years.
Okay. So, what's your most eccentric client you ever had?
My most what?
Eccentric client you've ever had?
Oh, I don't know.
Don't tell me about him. Tell me about what you did for him.
Okay, what I had a man who was, I had to use electric lift to get him in and out of bed. He had a shower he had a shower twice a week. But of course, if he had BM accidents, we had to give him a shower every day. I would cook for him. I would clean. I would do grocery shopping for him. I did a lot of things for him. Yeah.
Okay.
He um, set up meds for him. Well, we're not supposed to be doing that though. So yeah,
Okay, so you can't set up meds?
we're not supposed to. No.
Okay. Can you,
I mean that's that's.
I know you can't dose me, but can you, I have a little pill here. It's a real tiny sucker too. And it actually needs to be cut in half. The dose is half a pill once a
The
day.
RN, the nurse would have to come out.
Okay, I don't have a nurse.
You don't have a nurse.
I don't have a nurse. There's not one that will service this area. Right now, I may be going on hospice. When that changes, when that happens, we're not sure because then that's different. But as far as a home nurse,
Mm-hmm.
the last one we had in here was over a year ago,
Mm-hmm.
and they haven't been able to find a replacement for me. Brainerd, the big agency over in Brainerd, said they just don't have anybody who would come over here and do that. But as far as the pills are concerned, I pretty much do my own thing. I fill them once a week with this. It's just that one little pill, my fingers can't handle the small complexity of cutting it in half.
Mm-hmm.
I have a pill cutter here.
Okay.
But it's trying to dig them out of the bottle and get them into the pill cutter. So that's about the only thing I really think I need as far as the medication. There's not a lot I actually take as medication anymore. And if I go on hospice, it's all going to change anyways. Because basically the pills are keeping me alive right now. But when I ask you about eccentricities, well, describe yourself. What kind of person are you?
I think I'm a hardworking, kind, caring, compassionate person. I've done well. I've worked in skilled care. I've worked in home care. I've taken care of my grandparents both had cancer, and I took care of them in their last stages of their life, which was a lot of work. And I really, I enjoyed, enjoyed it.
Okay.
And it was, to
But
me.
Okay, that tells me about a little bit, but who are you? What have you done with your life outside of your work, your profession? What have you done with your life?
What am I? I'm a strong Christian person, and my church is. I'm very active in my church, and that's very important to me. Very, very important to me. I my nieces and nephews and their families are very, very important to me. I spend a lot of time with them. My sister has a lake lot in Melmo, and which is really nice.
On Mille Lacs?
hmm In Melmo, yep, on the the north end.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm quite familiar with the north end.
Yep. And so
Where do you live?
I actually live in McGregor, Minnesota,
Okay.
but I was coming from the client that I'm not going to be having anymore. I was coming from her house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know how to get through Kimberly?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, it's pretty easy then.
Yeah,
McGregor's
yeah.
not that far.
I know one of your neighbors. I can't remember Roberta's last name.
I don't know most of my neighbors.
Okay. She's
Although I've been here, well, my family homesteaded this place back in the 20s. I really don't know any of my neighbors, and I kind of keep it that way.
but I'm thinking, in the wintertime, it would be really hard. I don't know. This road is not good in the wintertime.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a problem. I don't plan on spending next winter here.
Huh?
I don't plan on spending next winter here.
Okay. Okay.
So, have you ever done much traveling?
I've been to California a couple of times. I've been to with my sister and her family and my mom. We went to California. We went to San Diego. We went to um, Los Angeles. I have a cousin who lives near Atlanta, Georgia. So I've been to Atlanta, Georgia a couple times. I've been to North Carolina, Charleston, North Carolina, where one of my cousins got married, and that was a fun time. I've gone to Connecticut one time. I had another cousin that got married in Connecticut, so I went there for that wedding. That was a lot of fun. I've been to Florida several times.
Ever been out of the country?
The only place I've been to is Cancun.
What was your opinion of Cancun?
That was many years ago, but I really liked Cancun. I had fun. That was a fun trip.
Okay, but what was your opinion of Cancun itself?
Well, I mean, it was very, very hot there, and I would not want to live there forever, but it was a fun place to vacation. But I mean,
Did you experience any of the culture there?
well, we went to one of in a mall that was. We went to a mall that was in the heart of Cancun. I don't know, heart of Cancun, and there was people that had these men that were getting off work, and they had machetes. They had machetes,
Mm-hmm.
strapped to their waist, and that was just, it was really kind of scary, I guess. A little bit scary, yeah.
Do you know why they had them strapped to their waist?
I think they were going home for lunch or going, taking, or don't they usually take breaks when it's the hot part of the day and then they go back?
I don't know, but I'm just wondering if you knew why they had the machetes.
I think they were working in the cane fields or whatever, sugar cane, or I think that's why they were cutting down sugar cane or some kind of
So
crops or whatever, and I think that's what they were doing.
It was for a work purpose.
I believe so. Yeah. I mean, they didn't look. I mean, but it was a little bit different.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. I've traveled some, and different cultures. Initially, there's culture shock, of course,
Yeah, of course.
but different people deal with it different ways. Some people are just intimidated and choose not to associate with it or find out anything about it. Some people just assume that it's their way and they're okay with that, and then some people are curious and want to know more about their cultures. And I was just kind of curious what type of person you were in regards to that. Have you ever heard of the term off grid?
Off the grid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what that means?
Um. Well, I think it. No. Well, what I was gonna say, what I thought off the grid meant people went to go hide. I always think that's what it means. Is people are, don't want to deal with society and just go live in the woods by themselves.
You're partially right. They're not hiding. They're not hiding. They just don't want to be around society, or they don't. It's aspects of society. Okay. How would you feel stepping into that environment?
Oh, I'm a people. I like to be around people.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're asking me? Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that.
You wouldn't want to be in an off the grid situation?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't.
I'll be honest with you. Most of this house and most of my lifestyle is off the grid.
Okay.
Okay. Other than power, I'm not hooked up to any utilities.
Okay.
Okay. There's no running water in this house. There is septic, there is a toilet, but we can't put solids down the toilet as it is. If I don't want to insult your Christian values, so I'm not saying this is going to sound a little harsh. If you need to take a shit, you got to bring water with you in order to flush the toilet.
Okay.
Okay. The garbage gets burned. What can be burned gets recycled. What can be recycled? There's very little that doesn't fall into those categories. Usually amounts to about 2 Paulbeck's trash bags for an entire winter. Where most people throw away that in a couple days. That's the bulk of the situation here. Like I said, I don't really associate with my neighbors. It isn't that I don't want to. I just don't fit in with them. Generally, most people feel uncomfortable around me. Okay, it's more or less them because they don't understand who I am. They don't understand what I've done and my lifestyle choices. I spent 20 years out west.
Okay.
Traveling. I left the first time I went out there. I was 15 years old and I hitchhiked out to Reno. Spent 3 months out there, entire summer out there, and then hitchhiked back home, back here. When I was 23, I loaded everything I had on the back of a motorcycle and went out there. And I did things like I spent 2 years in Aspen, spent a couple years in Tahoe, a couple years in Reno, lived for a while on a boat on the Oregon coast.
Oh, wow.
I built the ranch off the grid completely up in northern Idaho.
Okay.
And that ranch, when I built it, I mean, literally, the first 3 months I was on that property, I never left it.
Okay.
And I'm very comfortable. Like, you put me in a crowd, I shut down. Like we got the bingo down here at Dam Lake and stuff. I could tell just the people there when I, because I like playing bingo. But I go in there, I'd make other people nervous because I just didn't talk to them. It isn't because I didn't want
Do
to.
you have a vehicle?
I got 2 vehicles out here. Unfortunately, neither one of them run right now.
Okay.
So I haven't driven in 5 years.
Okay.
I can't turn my neck enough, and I get blackouts sometimes. So I just quit driving. I still have the license and everything. I would like to get the Jimmy going, that little Blazer there. You know, have a cat. The cat, I don't feed it. I don't water it. It chooses to do its bathroom outside. I mean, the litter box hasn't been changed all winter, you know, and it never filled it up during the winter. You know, the cat prefers to spend 90% of its life outside. You know, it was born wild. Somebody thought that they could domesticate it. And their idea of domesticating it was locking it in a room for 2 years. You know, and then that person was told that they couldn't take care of the cat, so it moved in over here for 2 weeks, and that was 6, 7 years ago. So actually, I don't have the cat. The cat has me. There's a woodchuck here. It's been living here since I moved in, 7, 8 years now. Actually, I think this might even be third generation. You know, because the one that was here last summer was a lot bigger. You know, but anyways, they dug tunnels underneath the house. And they pretty much live underneath the house. It don't bother me. You know, you'll see it if you stay here. They'll see it. It crosses the deck all the time. I throw vegetables out there in the front yard for loves bananas. You know, but it can't. Woodchucks don't see real well, and they're very skittish. So if you just make some noise, it'll go running. You know, if it bothers you. If you like nature and stuff, this is an awesome place if you love nature. I got deer in the yard all the time. I got turkeys out here. Occasionally a gray fox will walk through. There's all kinds of berries and wild plants and mushrooms and stuff to pick. Got 12 acres here. You know, and it's part of what originally was a 300-acre farm. Um, um, as far as religious feels, I am a spiritualist. I'm not a churchgoer. I don't believe in organized religion. But I'm very up with the Holy Bible. And have you heard of Strong's Concordance?
Hmm?
Have you ever heard of Strong's Concordance?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. I've used that for my interpretations of the Bible and stuff. And I like to debate it. You know, I do swear occasionally. I smoke. Mostly I just play video games and watch movies, though, since I can't get around anymore. You can see my house is full of hobbies and unfinished projects. I don't know what to say about that. You know, the last gal who's in here who's doing regular cleaning, was about a year and a half ago.
Okay.
Okay, and she did an awesome job. She was actually able to clean the house in about 2 hours.
She was what?
Able to clean the house in about 2 hours. Take care of the whole house, everything that needed to be done in the house. She could do it in 2 hours. But she was very fast and very thorough.
Yeah.
Really impressed me. I don't think the gal who was here before then, in 3 months' time, she could not do what the second woman did in 2 hours. Okay. The first piece she had, and she was here for 2.5 or 3 years.
Oh, she was.
Yeah, and it started out great. You know, for the first 2 years and stuff, it was awesome. She came in, and most weeks she had 23 hours a week that she was allotted here. Most weeks she would get her work done in 5 to 6 hours. Okay, and the rest of the time we just spend sitting around talking, taking trips to Lake Town, or I love to just go out and drive on country roads and stuff. I had the Jimmy running then, you know, and I get her to drive me around out. Like, I love going up to like Kimberly, the wildlife refuge, and down around like Sugar Lake and Mille Lacs, and going that way. Because for some reason I never went that way much when I was a kid. So, you know, Bethlehem was the church we were raised out of, and that's about as far that way I went. You know, and there's all kinds of roads over there that need exploring. So anyhow, if as far as personal care, I have no colon in me.
You have no colon.
I have no colon. Are you familiar with body?
Yeah,
Anatomy.
the body parts, yeah.
Okay. They took my colon out back 2008, and then they reattached.
Okay.
But because of that, I passed nothing but liquids.
Okay.
Okay. Um, and I have some, not a lot, but I have some incontinence. That's why I got these towels here, and I keep them on my chair, because it's so hard for me to bend over, and there's nobody here. Most of the times I don't wear pants. Um, so and it's basically it's like a diaper, But I tried the diapers and they made me sweat. My skin break down. So this just actually works easier. And when one gets soiled, I got handy wipes for bathing. The like what's on the walker right there. Um, and I for the most part I can keep myself clean. Um, it's like what that first PCA she was doing was about once a month she would help me with the sponge bath. Okay, and the rest of the time I just generally I don't do anything to get dirty.
Okay.
So um, do you like I'm sorry, my mind's fading now. Planting, like plants and flowers and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
okay. I like to have flowers and plants around, but it's real hard for me to take care of them and stuff. And that would probably be part of the job if you were comfortable with that. Or not. I mean, it's like there's enough here to keep somebody easily busy for the hours they're telling me you'd be here. That's how much you want to do. The bathroom, I can tell you right now, is bad. It's like picture the worst outhouse you've ever been in, and it's worse. And I ain't. It's bad.
And you have no running water.
No, but the water is. We go through. See, we do the dishes about once a month. Okay, and since I don't shower, and I don't have to flush the toilet, we don't go through a lot of water.
Okay.
Okay. Now I do have it set up. I got there's one of those big steel like coffee pots. You know what I'm talking about? Where they have like a church. Most of the time, when the gals are doing when they're cleaning, I got gallons of water they take and they fill that and heat it up, and that creates enough hot water for them to do the dishes.
Okay.
Okay. That's why I'm saying when it's off the grid, things are just different. Okay, and a lot of people have a hard time getting their mind around that. Getting water for you would not be a problem at all. It's just like you see that 1 gallon water jug there. If you need to go through 5 of those a week, that's fine. But that's where the water's going to come from. Instead of turning on a faucet, you're going to have 5 gallons of water in gallon water jugs. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Another thing is the cooking. Are you a good cook?
Huh?
Are you a good cook?
Well, I think I am, but I mean that's.
Okay. What do you like to cook?
Oh gosh, I like to cook meatballs. I like to do meatloaf. I like to make, bake, roast. I like to make spaghetti. I like to do like pork chops. Like put pork chops. Brown them and then put them in the oven and put cream mushroom soup on there and put some wild rice in there. What else do I like to make? I like to do chicken breasts.
Traditional American cooking.
Huh?
Traditional American cooking.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Do you got any experience with the walk?
Yeah, electric walk.
Okay.
Yep.
But you know what a walk is then?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. How about a barbecue?
I'm not really a barbecue. I mean, to use the grill, you mean? Yeah, I'm not really a grill person, but
Okay.
I mean, I think that's something you can learn.
You use an electric skillet?
Huh?
Electric skillet?
Yep.
Okay. That's what my barbecue is actually. It's twofold. It's barbecue, traditional barbecue on the one side, and it's got a big skillet plate, electric plate, or not electric, but propane skillet plate on the other side. And, things that like can get fried and stuff. It works better to cook on that, because there again it goes to minimizing the cleaning. See, the bulk of what I eat right now goes in the microwave.
Okay.
Okay. It's been so long since I've had a good cooked home meal.
Mm-hmm.
The last gal tried to cook me one was Thanksgiving, and her idea of making mashed potatoes was she put the potatoes in the water and mashed them. She didn't get rid of the water. She literally left them in and mashed them in.
Yes.
Yeah.
You gotta drain it, and you gotta. Well, I like when I do mashed potatoes, I like butter in there, and I like milk.
Yeah. If she'd put any more liquid in there, we could have sucked it through a straw.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah.
So obviously she had never cooked before.
I don't know. I had the last one, that gal there was such a problem, and yeah, she was a nightmare. Anyhow, I think that pretty much sums it up. The place right now is in a complete, total state. Here, actually, let me turn this off.
Well, I do have to leave because, well, I have to be at my other clients at 2. I have another client I have to go to at 2:30.
Okay.
And that's